Hello there. I want to share with you why I did something that I've never done before. I chose Shopify for an e-commerce solution instead of WordPress or Squarespace. I want you to know why I did this, and I want you to know that I don't think it's the right solution all the time, but it was perfect for the needs of my client. And I want to share with you when it might be better to go with WordPress and it might be better to go with Squarespace. So just know Shopify rocks as far as I can tell, but WordPress does too, and so does Squarespace. And so let's talk about when you would use one over another. For starters, I really needed everything to be all in one place. Let me show you what it's like to build an e-commerce website with WordPress. You need to install WordPress, add a host, and then you need to think about your security because there's credit cards involved, and you need to get something that actually creates a shopping cart in WordPress because WordPress doesn't come that way. So you have to choose that, and then you have to choose your merchant, and then you have to maybe get a gateway, and then maybe a theme on top of that shopping cart plugin. And I'm not done. But these are all the pieces and parts from all sorts of different providers. I really didn't want to do that. And if I wanted to go with WordPress, I honestly, even though I've done WordPress websites for years, and I mean like all the time, I wouldn't do a WordPress e-commerce site these days because there's so much to put into it, and I would hire a WordPress e-commerce developer. And that's what I would recommend for you if you wanted to do a WordPress e-commerce site. Get somebody who specializes in WordPress e-commerce websites. Have them show you a number of projects that they've done already because and have them talk to you about why they made the decisions they did, because this is a specialty. This is definitely not the kind of thing that you want to mess around with. It's people's security, it's your online profits. Make sure it's done right. Okay, now why would I choose WordPress? Why would I go to hire a developer when you do have Shopify and you do have Squarespace? Because you can do so much more with WordPress than those other two platforms, like, robust membership sites, and also, it ties into lead pages or other landing page providers. Really, there's way more flexibility there. I am giving some of that up. But we don't need things that I just mentioned. Some of that stuff we don't need, and the other stuff I can find workarounds for pretty easily. So I went with somewhere that I can get support. Reason number two, and that would be a big thing because WordPress is kind of hard to get, like here. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We will be checking our email and we can chat with you online during these hours, Monday through Friday. That was what Squarespace had to say. And Shopify had to say even more, 24/7, email, live chat, and phone. I really like that. I like that more than what Squarespace has to say. But for those of you who might be a little more flexible in how you get support, Squarespace is right there for you. And they're going to help you with everything because it's all in one as well, pretty much, right? So with Shopify, you just, if you talk to support, you click, you get these options, and there's the phone numbers. Like, super easy. I've already called them. I've already done their online chat, and they are really responsive. They understand the product entirely, and my problem was solved in under 15 minutes each time. Now, here's what support looks like for WordPress. If you are the one who's trying to do the development, you are going to have to deal with your web host and possibly with the manufacturer of your shopping cart plugin and possibly with the theme manufacturer and possibly with your merchant and possibly with a gateway. That's just to get things started, and I have no idea who has phone support or email support or chat support. That's why, again, if you do want all sorts of extra functionality that you just can't get through Shopify or Squarespace, highly recommend getting a developer. It's well worth it, and make sure you like them because you will have a long relationship with them for the life of your website. Reason number three, glorious themes. That makes sense. Okay, WordPress has more themes than any of the other providers that, I mean, like, you could take Squarespace and Shopify and add those themes together, and WordPress is going to stomp all over that. But let me tell you a little thing about WordPress. Now, you know why I didn't choose it already. If you decide to use WordPress, please go with StudioPress.com or WooThemes.com or Elegant Themes. Do that for yourself. Go to a place that has themes that you A, have to pay for, and B, are made by the same team. So when you have an issue with your theme, or even your developer has an issue with your theme, they can go to a forum that knows all about those themes, that specializes in them. There are other places where you can get free themes and pay for themes, but they're not like a foundry that's just all working together to make the themes better and better. So just a word of advice there. Squarespace is wonderful, glorious themes indeed, but let me show you our competition. My client's competition looks like this. So it's dental exam gloves, or the gloves that tattoo artists might use or daycares might use. That's what he's selling. And these are, this particular provider focuses in medical and dental, and this one focuses, they've got industrial gloves and all sorts of stuff, and then these guys focus mainly in gloves, the same kind of gloves that he sells, and then right here, these guys have gloves and all sorts of other stuff. Do you notice that these themes are just not that artful, but these sites are cracking it with the business like crazy, and this is what Squarespace has to offer me. Wonderful if you're a boutique business, if you are a restaurant, if you are a photographer, if you are a small business who just really wants to imbue your brand and you want people to have a real feel for who you are. Not so much when it's those guys that I just showed you as your competition. So Shopify has beautiful themes too, just like that. But look at some of their themes right here. Like, okay, the first one looks very much like what I showed you with Squarespace, but then look at the other two. Far more simpler, which is what those other themes say to me, or those other competitors say to me. Is, you need to have the product front and center. That's what I mean by simple. And here we're getting closer to what the competitor sites kind of do architecturally. Here is where I stopped, because this theme is what I'm going to use. Slideshow, I can put whatever I want in it, and then I've got my products right here, and we can search. You can have search capabilities in a number of different ways right there. So I think we have a winner for now. Now, I can later, once the site's up, if I decide I want to go further with it, I can go to the other free themes and other premium themes if I want to add functionality. So for now, we're going there, and it almost looks like the brand that I'm dealing with. So perfect, right? Reason number 4, SEO. Okay, so WordPress wins hands down with SEO options. Look at all these options from Yoast. Yoast is a fantastic SEO plugin developer. Fantastic. I will miss them in this project, but Shopify and Squarespace have fantastic SEO options as well, just not as much. And Shopify wins out for me in this area because I can customize my URLs. I can write them the way I want to write them, which is a big part of the marketing strategy for the SEO side. And Squarespace, I can't write them the way I want to write them. That is something that they have clean URLs, but they don't have like customizable ones, so they lose out a little there on that. But otherwise, they're very equal. So if SEO is not something you're ready to tackle yet, Squarespace would be just fine. Like say you're just getting started, just trying to figure yourself out, you'll be fine at Squarespace. Reason number 5, Google Merchant Integration. It is not something that is native to Shopify, but it is something that I can get through an add-on. I already checked, and it's through Shopify. Like Shopify built the add-on, and I think it's even free. Our competitors, or this client's competitors, are there. They're on Google Shopping, and we already have them integrated into Google Shopping with the current cart. We got to keep this. Squarespace, it doesn't look like they do that. WordPress, you definitely can do it, either through those like WooCommerce or WP e-commerce, or there's a plugin, but it's got to happen. So Shopify wins there. Reason number 6, there is an add-on that I can get through Shopify's add-on store that will let me do tiered pricing. Very important, and Squarespace didn't mention that. Reason number 7, their credit card processing. That's when I'm actually showing you like their plan pricing, but your fees are based on the plan you opt into. So you can see here 2.9% plus 30% per transaction, very much like a PayPal or Stripe. We already have a merchant, right? This client's been established, been online for 6 or 7 years. We're not a fan of that merchant. We want to switch out merchants, and we want it to be simple and fast. Well, with Shopify, you just instant setup. Nothing is required, though they do support like 70 different merchants if we want to stay with what we've already got. They do fraud analysis. Guess what? Last month, there was a fraud situation with this client. Seriously? Like after all these years, and we're really not sure who to go to because the money's coming out of our pocket, and I don't quite understand who to talk to, but I have to do that now. I have to go figure out who is going to give the client the money back because they processed some fraudulent credit cards. Shopify we're going to use their merchant, and guess what? They are going to take ownership if something fraudulent happens. So yeah, this is on their site. Like, I'm excited about that now. Wouldn't have mattered before, but suddenly it did last month. Amazing store management solutions. Yes, customer accounts and refunds. I'm sure all three do that. But the thing I'm not sure about is the mobile phone, like being able to access the orders and stuff through that. That has been an issue over the years. Connecting with the accounting system through Shopify is something that we can do with an add-on. Don't need it right now, but want to know it's there for the future. Reason number 9, coupon codes, discounts, free shipping. All of them do that. Shopify had to do it, and it has some really flexible options. And so if it wouldn't have done that, we would have had to go with like Squarespace or think about that WordPress thing again. Reason number 10, pop-ups. There are like 5 pop-up add-ons that can be used right now, at least 5 that I found on an initial search. This is one of them. It integrates with MailChimp. That's the email provider that the client uses. So I'm very excited because that's part of the marketing strategy that we want to implement, and we currently don't have it on the existing cart. WordPress has a million different pop-up options, and I didn't see anything for Squarespace. So if you're not ready to do that, you don't need it, and you can go with Squarespace. Bonus reasons, abandoned carts. Seriously, like that's awesome. Never did that before, but if somebody stops their order, you can automatically have Shopify contact them if they got as far as putting in their email address. Selling on Facebook. I don't think the audience for this client is going to actually buy on Facebook, but I do think they'll be very interested in what the inventory for this client is if they go to their Facebook business page. And that's how we hope to leverage this feature. But there are other businesses out there that would love to sell directly through Facebook. Shopify does it. It's a new feature, like you are literally shopping and checking out right through Facebook. So if all of this was useful to you, I hope you can make a great e-commerce decision based on what I've said. If it wasn't useful, if there's something else you want to know, let me know and I'll answer it if I can. If you have not subscribed to get my monthly updates, please do it, BrendaNewhouse.com, where when you are subscribed, you will get the opportunity to get more free articles like this sent to your inbox and the opportunity to take part in free webinars. By free, I mean really free. I currently don't have any products that I sell in conjunction with my webinars. I do all of my work through one-on-one consulting. So this, at the very least, is something that my clients get every single month because I want to empower them as much as possible. And then when they need me to help them strategize to grow their business online, they're already educated and they can come a little more, focused than if they didn't get this kind of stuff. So I hope this is of service to you. Please feel free to share it. And again, if you haven't subscribed, go to BrendaNewhouse.com and you'll be able to really quick. Thanks. Have a great afternoon or morning or night. Depends on where you are, huh? I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.